Here's all the upgrades we've put on our van since we bought it. I've literally done nothing today but sit in the sun, the last sunny day of Portugal, so the only content I've got is to talk about the van. One of the first things we did is stick another solar panel on the roof. We only had one when we bought the van and we wanted to squeeze another one up there. It's free electricity. The new one we installed was 250 watts, the old one was 150 watts, so we will get that upgraded this year. The technology is changing all the time, so why not keep up with it? So upgrading the solar panels meant we had to upgrade our battery. The van only came with one 100 amp hour lead battery. We've now got a giant battery in there, and one at the top here, and both the 200 amp hour lithium batteries. They are twice the size of the old ones we had, so we had to have one down the bottom here and one at the top. Both are Bluetooth so we can see their health. After the solar panel, the second thing we changed were the wheels. We're a 4x4, we've got lots of ground clearance, so some cool wheels were a must. 17-inch Rhino black alloys and BF Goodrich all-terrain tyres. Looks the part. Next was air suspension at the rear. We opted for the MAD system and we've got these cool dials in the front cab to control it. So the air suspension has been a game changer. It makes for such a smooth ride. It stops that sag at the back when the garage is loaded up, and together with the wheel spacers has changed the drive of this vehicle remarkably. And the levelling system was a massive expense. Paul wanted it and I didn't. We did our 3-month road trip without it and didn't notice anything was missing. But it's only when you have it that I don't think I could ever be without it now. Doors don't slam or bang, everything drains great. But the most important thing is it stabilises the vehicle with those hydraulic legs down. So if someone's moving around, the whole van's not wobbling. That used to be a pet peeve of mine before the hydraulic legs, so that's a win. We opted for an Amplo system simply because they had the longest hydraulic ram, so we could still maintain good ground clearance. The controls located in the cab, just a case of turning it on, hitting the auto button and letting the legs do their things. We've got these swanky pads we put under just to distribute the weight and to stop the feet sinking into the ground, and then we just let it do its work. Simples. Another extra were the searchlights here. Got front and rear that really help in low light situations to see where we're going. Why? Because we can. Even had an excuse to turn them on tonight. They do look pretty cool. Starlink was another addition. You can see it there, mounted, generation 3. I've done a separate video on that. We can't be away without being connected. It was a must for us and it's been absolutely fantastic. The Starlink does come with its own router inside as well. So we both work away whilst we're travelling. This is Paul's little setup here in the main cabin. I work in the evenings because I'm not really much of a TV watcher. But the last thing we had to have fitted was an inverter. We do quite a lot of wild camping and it was really important for us to make sure we could keep our devices and computers running as well. If we can't work remotely, we can't be here. And this is the inverter control just here. So each one of those add-ons has definitely earned its place, either made our life easier, kept us connected with the outside world, or made the drive even smoother. Money well spent in my books. I'm off to enjoy the sunshine.